So, it has been a while since I last made a video, and for that I do want to say I'm sorry. It's nearly been 3 months, which is absolutely insane. In this video, I'm going to talk very briefly about where I've been, what's happened, and then sort of talk about the future of this channel. So firstly, where have I been? Normally I don't really talk about personal stuff on this channel, I just stick to playing Apex. I've never really felt the need to talk about this sort of stuff, but for the sake of explanation, I'm gonna, open up a little bit and just kind of say where I've been. Basically, I've just had some health issues over the last few months, but basically I got a bulging disc in my spine, which it's normally not the biggest deal in the world, it's a fairly common thing that can happen, but due to already pre-existing health issues that I had, it basically took my quality of life and shot it to the ground. Basically got significant weakness in both my legs. I couldn't stand on my own. I also had significant back nerve pain that went down my left leg, which stopped me from being able to sit up for about a month. And it was really difficult. I was basically bedridden for nearly 2 months, and in that time I did end up having to go into hospital, and there was talks of me having surgery. However, due to my pain levels not being really that high for the size of the bulge that I had in my back, which is a crazy sentence, they decided to say, we're not going to do the surgery, we are going to see what happens, see what your recovery is, and then surgery is a backup option if needed. And honestly, at the time, that was quite a difficult thing to hear because I kind of saw the surgery as the ticket to getting back to normal, but I'm really glad that we didn't because it was supposed to take about 12 to 18 months potentially, and it was actually 6 to 18 months, let's kind of say that time frame, before I was supposed to be potentially fully recovered, and here I am nearly 3 months in, and I have luckily made, not a full recovery, but my legs are back to normal, the back pain is almost gone, and I've got my independence back, which I had none of at the start of all this. I still have to deal with some back pain and with some, little complications and stuff like that as time has healed me so far. Hopefully I'll continue on that path, and, in a few more months I'll have my complete normality back. But that is basically where I've been. So I physically wasn't even able to sit at my PC and make videos for quite a while, and then when I kind of got back into the swing of things, I kind of needed time to adjust, and Apex, which is what I'll get onto in a second, wasn't really doing it for me when I came back. I guess we're going to segue onto that, but before we do, so that's a summary of where I've been. If you followed me on Twitter, you probably already know some of this, because I've tried to keep you guys updated, but I do want to apologise for the radio silence on the YouTube channel, other than I think the one community post I made. That is to say that I am now back. I am now back to, hopefully, a regular YouTube grind. The uploads might be less consistent, just due to what I'm about to talk about next, but I'm back on the grind, we're going to be back to it, so expect videos again. As you guys know, I was getting really into making long form content, which I still really want to get into, so there is another video that is coming out tomorrow, which I'll talk about again in a second, which is another long form video which I've been working on for the last month maybe. But yeah, so let's kind of talk about Apex and where I'm at with that game. So over the last few months I've been going through all these issues. Obviously, I've been on social media, I've, had access to Twitch, and I didn't really find myself missing the game too much. And this is kind of came off the back of a kind of impending burnout that was definitely approaching. I was definitely kind of struggling in terms of content ideas because the game just really doesn't have much content, so I had to I'd always had this sort of mentality that if you're enjoying the game, it doesn't matter what other people think, and that's what I did for a while. Apex has kind of always had a lot of complainers, a lot of negativity, and a lot of it is fair, but I never really paid too much attention to it as long as I was actually enjoying the game. I had Ballistic, I had my YouTube channel, it was all looking up. And then they kind of just killed the kill grinding scene, which you guys know is my favorite part about Apex, which is pretty much what I based this whole channel off of. I did the 1000 kills on every legend kill challenge, and then I just went for #1 Ballistic on PC. Not only has cross progression actually kind of messed up all the leaderboards, so if you look at the PC leaderboards, it doesn't show me as #1. I am still #1, but the people above me are console players, which is just really unfortunate that I've kind of gotten my spot that I worked so hard for taken away. Obviously not technically, but just, if you go look on a leaderboard for proof, it's going to show me it's number 3 or 4, whatever. It kind of is a bit of a demotivating factor when you're putting in the work to try and maintain that spot. And then they also remove seasonal trackers. There's also a significant lack of content in the game. It's just more cosmetics, more collection events, and just normally that didn't used to bother me, but the kind of force break I've had recently kind of took off those rose-tinted glasses and kind of made me question whether Apex is really it. Now, you've heard me say all this. Does this mean I'm quitting Apex? No. No, it doesn't. I've seen a lot of people on social media, like, uninstall the game. I'm not going to go that far. But what I am going to do is I'm going to try other content on the channel. Other long-form content, hopefully. So, tomorrow, I'm uploading this on Friday the 20th. Tomorrow, on Saturday, the 21st of December, I'm going to be posting a 1 hour long Call of Duty video where I go from COD noob to grinding for the Dark Matter Mastery camo, if you guys know what that is, and going on that journey and seeing how much I improve. And honestly, it's a video that took me a long time to edit, but I'm really proud of it, so I hope you guys will at least consider giving it a watch. If not though, if that's not your thing, that is completely okay, and I do understand. I am still thinking of Apex ideas and content that I can do in Apex, so I think a good summary of what I'm going to be doing with the channel is I'm just going to stop restricting myself to Apex only. If other games come out, if other things take my interest, like at the minute it is Call of Duty, then I'm going to make some videos on that and do what I enjoy, because that will translate into the video itself, and go from there, really. So, I do hope some of you guys don't hear this and get disappointed. Like I said, you know, if Apex came back in a really strong way, I literally wouldn't even think about quitting the game. And I'm not. I'm just going to open my options and see what's what. And, you know, if Call of Duty takes off, or if some other game takes off in the future, then obviously I'm going to probably dive a little bit more into that. I am just burnt out on Apex, even still. I'm not burnt out on Ballistic, weirdly enough. Like, I still love Ballistic as a character, so, you know, if I do make more Apex videos, there will still be Ballistic content, so I do want you guys to know that. And as well, something I also just want to quickly discuss is the streams. So, for those who come over to the Twitch and watch me play live, the streams are more than likely going to be starting back up in the new year. Kind of more when I figured out the direction of what I'm primarily going to be making my content on. So whether that's Apex or something else, I'm obviously still not too sure. So in the new year, keep a lookout on my Twitter and in my Discord. Both of those links are in the description. If you are a Twitch viewer wondering when I'm going to be streaming again, or if, you know, watching me play live is something that interests you, go make sure to be in either the Discord or on my Twitter, and I will post when my next stream back will be. But if I had to kind of give a rough time, it will be somewhere in the new year, so I'm probably just going to warm myself back up. There was no script for this video. I basically just rambled on. Hopefully some of that made sense. I'm sorry if it was all a bit of a jumbled mess, but I just kind of wanted to talk into the microphone. So kind of summarize, channel is going to be back to being active. There's going to be a new video on Call of Duty tomorrow, and I guess the kind of content on the channel is a little bit uncertain, but no, I'm not quitting Apex. I'm just going to explore other options, see what's what, and just basically not restrict myself to only Apex and only Apex Ballistic content going forward, just so I don't get burnt out, just for a bit of variety. You know, even something as simple as making a video on another Apex character could kind of help come up with other ideas, so who knows what's going to happen. Again, sorry for the kind of dead silence on the channel for quite a while. Hope you guys can understand, and I will see you tomorrow for my first long-form video in 3 months. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.